It's like clean yourself up first, and then you can tell your brother, right? Let's drop down to 16 in the same chapter. 16. What did he say?
16. Ye shall know them by their fruit.
Hold on, stop. You shall do what?
Know them by their fruit.
You should know them. Ain't that's judging, ain't it? Yeah, that's judgment. Go ahead, sir.
Do men gather grapes or thorns or figs of thistles?
Or figs of thistles. Verse 17.
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
Now, how are you gonna know a bad tree if you ain't judging that tree?
So he just said, if you pick up some fruit, you pick the fruit, you're gonna pick up the fruit with thorns or molded fruit.
Right.
Ain't that judging?
When you go to the store, when you go to the grocery store, don't you inspect your fruit before you pick it up?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. All right.
You make sure the donut's good before you eat them.
Make sure the donuts ain't moldy before you put it in your mouth, don't you? That's inspecting. All right. What you got?
And check the back of the label.
You check the date. There you go. You check the date for expiration.
That's fruit inspecting.
You see what I'm saying? So how we can't fruit inspect human beings?
But we can fruit inspect fruit.
You see what I'm saying? How am I gonna know this guy is a thief, or this guy is a rapist, or is this guy a murderer if I don't fruit inspect? See, that's where religion. No, you can't judge. Yes, you can. You supposed to. The Messiah himself just told you.
Just gotta judge righteously.
He just told you to judge righteous.
And what's righteous judge?
What's righteous judge according to the law?
You gonna bring it out?
Yeah.
Prove all things.
Prove all things. Okay, look. Let's finish this first. I'm gonna stay on. We're gonna read all the way down to 23. Go ahead.
18.
18. What'd he say?
A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit.
It is written.
But neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
It is written. Go ahead.
19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
Get up out of here.
That's a lake of fire.
See, that's exactly. That's the lake of fire. You cast into the fire, bro. Read verse 20.
Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
Oh no, not that. What'd you say? Say that again.
Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
You can't judge.
Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
But you can't judge me, bro.
Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
Only God can judge me.
Judge righteous according to the book.
Alright. I like this young man right here. He's sharp.
20.
Alright. Go ahead. It's 21. What you got?
Not everyone that saith
Not
unto
everyone.
me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Because people going to be doing that. He just said, everybody that says unto me, Lord, Lord, which is Adonai in Hebrew, everybody that say, Lord, Lord to me, it's not going to, it's different lords. Don't the scripture say lords many, gods many?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
It's Krishna, the Hindu gods, they call their gods Lord. Baal is called Lord. All right?
Jesus called Lord.
Yeah, they call, all that. So, yeah, we break the Bible down for what the scriptures say, man. Let me see where we at. 23. Go ahead and read, finish reading 22.
Have we not prophesied
Start
my
bad, start over.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Uh-huh.
And in thy name have cast out the devils?
Mm-hmm.
And in thy name done many wonderful works?
And what he gonna tell them?
23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Wow. That's something you don't want to hear from the Son of God, man. He said, flee from me, you workers of iniquity. So that means you have...
for yourself?
Nah, workers of iniquity.
No, I'm saying like working for yourself is like doing what you love. Self.
Yeah, what's iniquity? Sin. Alright? So, sin is a transgression of the law. So lawlessness, he gonna say, flee from me. So, we got a problem. That means we got to keep laws, right? But the church is not teaching that we keep law. The church is not teaching the laws of God, and that's the problem, right? And that when you don't teach the laws of God, it make room for tradition, all right? And that's what we're not into. All right, let's go to Luke 13, and then I think we're gonna end it, man, because we about to call out. We about to see in Luke 13, my bad. Go to Luke 13. Luke 13, we're going to pick it up. We're going to read 11 through 17. So what we're about to find out is that the Pharisees was overzealous to the point no good deed could even be done on the Sabbath. All right? They was hypocrites because they helped their animals, their ox and their ass and their sheep out of holes and ditches on the Sabbath day, and we're about to find out. So it wasn't the point. Because, see, here's the thing with the Pharisees. The Pharisees was strict law. And they didn't see in the fact that you got to have law. Yahshua was trying to tell them, you got to believe in me. Right? I was prophesied to come. Right? I was prophesied to come. Good. I was prophesied to come. But y'all can't even see it in scriptures. Because he said that he came to fulfill, and they were strictly law and the prophet, law of Moses. He said, well, if you believe Moses, then you will believe me. Go ahead, read Luke. Pick it up. Start reading. 13. We're gonna read 11 through 17. Go ahead. Luke 13. You not there? It died. Sonny, let Nick use your phone real quick. Come on.
13, 11, and 17.
We almost done. I just wanted to bring a few more points across, and then we out of here. I'm right under 40 minutes. I wanted to try to keep it under like 45. Come on. Luke 13.
And 11.
11. Go ahead.
And behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years, and was bowed together, and could in no wise lift up herself.
Okay, so she had a weakness in her body. Okay, a sickness. Go ahead. 12.
And when Yahshua saw her, he called her to him.
What did he say?
Her, woman, thou art loose
of thine
from thine infirmity.
Right. Don't see Jay got a movie called Woman Thou All Loose.
But
it's out of context. What's the meaning? What's the meaning of it?
The movie.
You are loose from what?
The movie.
All right. So, read 13. Come on, we finna get some understanding.
And he laid his hands on her, and immediately she was made straight and glorified God.
She glorified God. You see that? Yahshua set her free, but she glorified God. Why she didn't glorify Yahshua?
Right.
See that? But he was sent by God. Right. So that's why he said me and God as one. He was as God in the flesh, because he was doing things that only a God can do. Right. You see that? Right. That's why his name means Yahshua, means Yah is salvation. And Emmanuel is interpreted, God is with us. You see? All right, go ahead. 14.
And the ruler of the synagogue answered with indignation.
So he was mad. So hold on. This woman just got saved and cured of her infirmities. Why are you mad, bro?
Because they wanted him to. They wanted her to depend on him.
You see that? Why are you mad? That's a hypocrite. If somebody gets saved from a sickness, I'm gonna be happy for them. Right. You see that? Come on. Because what? He was
that Yahshua had healed on the Sabbath.
He healed on the Sabbath. You see how overzealous they was? Now we about to find out that you can do good deeds on the Sabbath. All right, go ahead.
And said unto the people, there are 6 days in which men ought to work.
So these are the Pharisees. They strict law. Remember they strict. They all about the law, nothing else. Go ahead.
And them therefore come and be healed, and not on the Sabbath day.
Wow. Now look what Yahshua told them people. Look, so you can be healed, but just not on the Sabbath day. Like, come on, man. They missing the point. Like, this lady getting delivered from a sickness, but y'all talking about the Sabbath day. Go ahead, watch this. Watch
15.
how Yahshua break them down in 15. Go ahead.
Yeshua then answered him and said,
What he say?
Thou hypocrite.
Thou hypocrite. Why he call him a hypocrite? What is a hypocrite again? A profane. A profane person in the Hebrew. I believe it's was it Kana? Chana? Okay, so but in the Hebrew it means a godless person. That's got to be a godless person, right? To not want somebody to get healing, bro, because it's a Sabbath day. Come on, man. What is that? All right, look. What did he say? Thou hypocrite.
That's doing a good deed.
Watch this. Thou hypocrite. Do not each one of you on the Sabbath loose his ox or his ass from the stall and lead him away water to water it? He's like, don't you give your animal water on the Sabbath day?
You still can't take care of your animals.
You see what I'm saying? You take care of your animals.
That's like us not feeding our birds.
You taking care of the animal, but you don't want a human to get healing on the Sabbath day. That's a hypocrite. You see that? That's a godless person. Look what he said. He said, ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, who Satan had bound, lo, these 18 years be loose from thy bond on this Sabbath day? He saying this. He asking a question to the Pharisee. He's like, really? Like this lady is sick, bro, and Satan had her bound up for 8 years. He said a daughter of Abraham, so that's how you know she was an Israelite.
Right.
Because he only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel anyway.
Because the other lady, the Canaanite lady, he called her a dog.
He called her a dog. But he ended up still blessing her because of her faith.
Yeah, because she knew her place.
Okay, now, watch this. 17, and when he had said these things, all his adversaries were ashamed. See, adversaries. They was against him.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a statement.
Statement, go ahead.
The Pharisees, they hated Yeshua, so they wanted him murdered too.
Yeah, they had a part in his murder. Innocent blood. Ain't that one of the 7 things God hates?
Yeah.
Shedding innocent blood. And that's what they did. All right. What did he say here? He said, and all these things, verse 17, Luke 13 and 17, he said, and when he had said these things, all his adversaries were ashamed, and all the people rejoiced for all the glorious things that were done by him. You see that? All right, look. Let's go to Matthew 12. This another incident. On the Sabbath day. All right. So, what is Yahshua? Is Yahshua saying it's okay to pollute the Sabbath? No, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, say it's an old lady broke down on the side of the road with a cane walking, right? And she need help, and it's the Sabbath day. Are you not gonna help her? Get her off a busy intersection, cars flying by, right? Hey man, we need some help. Oh, we can't work on the Sabbath. That's being overzealous. See? Come on, read one. We're gonna read 1 through 12. And then we're gonna read what's gonna happen to the hypocrites in Matthew 24, and we done. Come on, Nick. Matthew 12, we're gonna read 1 through 12. Matthew 12, 1 through 12. Go ahead.
At that time, Yeshua went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were hungry and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat. 2. But when the Pharisees...
Oh, here go them Pharisees again. Oh, they can't be doing that on the Sabbath. Come on.
They said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful
on the Sabbath day.
On the Sabbath day.
Okay, now verse 3. Go ahead. What do you say?
3. But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did when he was an hungered, and they that were with him, for how he entered into the house of God and did eat the shewbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests. Stop.
So what Yahshua is telling the Pharisees is David broke the law to feed his people.
Right. He did a good deed.
He did a good deed, but he kind of like Now, don't get us wrong, man. Don't get it twisted. We're not saying break the law. We saying you can do a good deed.
It's like you're gonna let them starve.
Right, you're gonna let these people die of starvation on the Sabbath because man, we can't do that.
They didn't cook.
You know what I'm saying? No, because David and his people was, they was walking through. What did he say? Have you not read that what David did when he was hungered, and they that were with him, how they entered into the house of God and into the temple, right? Because it's a law that the Levites is only people that supposed to only eat the showbread in the temple. That's it, right? And what did Yeshua say? When he was hungered, see? And they did that were with him, how he entered into the house of God and did eat the showbread which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests. Question mark. He asked him a question. Verse 5, he said, or have ye not read in the law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless? How are they blaming? How are the priests? Let me see where I'm at. Okay, how did the priests profane the Sabbath in the temple? Who got that question? That answer?
I do.
Do anybody know how the priest? So he said, look, read verse 4 again. It says how he entered into the house of God and did not eat did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests. No, I'm supposed to read 5. Or have you not read in the law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless? How you profane the Sabbath but you're blameless? You know what that job was? What you can't do on the Sabbath? Work. You can't work. You can't kindle a fire. So you know what the priest was doing? It was burning incense. That's kindling a fire. Yeah. If somebody come with a sacrifice or something, they gotta burn that. They gotta. You see what I'm saying? They gotta burn. They gotta work. So basically, the Levites was working in the temple, doing the works of God on the Sabbath, but they're blameless. Because they doing the work of God. See that? All right, look.
They can't be punished for that.
Right. Look. Verse 6 says, but I say unto you that in this place is one greater than the temple. He said, Yahshua saying, I'm greater than the temple. I'm the Son of God. But if ye had known what this meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice. Ye would have not condemned the guiltless. For the Son of Man is Lord, is Adonai, even of the Sabbath. So a lot of people use that scripture to say it's okay to break the Sabbath. They say he's the Lord of the Sabbath. Yeah, he's saying he's the master of the Sabbath. He's the Son of God. He's not. He still keep.
Maybe them people that want to twist and turn.
Yeah, just because he's the Lord, just because he's the master of the Sabbath, you still gotta be obedient to it. But let's just say you have to do something. It's an emergency on the Sabbath or something. He ain't gonna just. You know what I'm saying? You doing it if you have to do a good deed on the Sabbath. You just said right there. Did they not do a good deed? Now watch this. Verse 9, it says, and when he was departed thence, he went into their synagogues, and behold, there was a man which had his hand withered. So there's another man, right? There's a man that's deformed, right? And they asked him, saying, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath days? That they might accuse him. And he said unto them, what man shall there be among you? This is Yahshua talking to the Pharisees. He said, what man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day? Will he not lay hold on it? You see that? He said, if your sheep fall in a pit, will you not help it up? If our chickens in the backyard get stuck in the mud on the Sabbath day to the point where they can't move and they about to die, is it, you know what I'm saying? Do we let our chicken die? No. Being overzealous? You see that? what does he say here? He says, how much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore is it lawful to do well on the Sabbath days? You see what I'm saying? Are we not much more than sheep? So it's not sin when you doing a good deed on the Sabbath. When you helping, if you're doing a good deed on the Sabbath, it's not lawful. It's not sin, right? What does he say? I'm gonna read that again. Verse 11. No, verse 12. He said, how much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore is it lawful to do well on the Sabbath? So if somebody in distress on the Sabbath, you can help them. He just said that. Verse 11. I'm gonna read it again. And he said unto them, what man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day? Will you not help it? All right. Now, let's see what happens to the hypocrites, and then it's over. Matthew 24, read 50 and 51. Matthew 24, I'm sorry, Matthew 24. Okay, go read them 2 lines.
Yahweh of that, Yeshua of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of. 51. And he shall be cut him asunder and appoint him.
So this is talking about the return of Yeshua when he returns, and people that's not looking for him, they're not expecting him to come. This is what's going to happen to those people. Go ahead.
And shall cut him asunder.
Cut him asunder.
And appoint him his portion.
His portion. What is his portion? The lake of fire. Where are they going? Come on.
With the hypocrites.
With the hypocrites. All
there
right.
shall be weeping and gnashing of the teeth.
Okay. Now, I got one more. I thought I said that was it, but I got one more. Go to Luke 12. Let's go to Luke 12. So Yahshua just said that the hypocrite is gonna have their portion when he's gonna cut. He's coming back to see. That's another thing. They're not teaching that Yahshua is coming back to kill. He's coming back to kill the unrighteous. All right. We like to talk about the things that the church don't like to talk about. Go to Luke 12 and pick it up at 54 and just start reading. Luke 12.
And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. 55.
He talking to the Pharisees. Go ahead.
And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass.
This sound like the weatherman, huh? They know that's how they know what's coming, huh? Go ahead.
56. Ye hypocrites.
Ye hypocrites.
Ye can discern
the
face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern?
So what is Yahshua telling them people? He's saying you can tell when it's gonna rain, but you can't tell what's coming. You see that? Like, he gave us the signs of the time. He said you can't even see the signs of the time. You can't interpret scripture.
You can picture a pretty picnic, but you can't
predict the weather. But look, he said, he telling them, in other words, man, I was prophesied to come and y'all couldn't see it. You see that? I was prophesied to come, the Son of God, and y'all can't see it, but you can tell when it's finna rain or when the sun and all that. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read out on the 50. Huh? Yeah, they've been doing that. So the weatherman and all that ain't nothing new. They've been doing when it's finna rain and all that. And, hey, was this and this coming and that's and that coming. You know what I mean? Verse 57, it says.
Yeah, and
no, 56. Read 56 again.
Oh, ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time?
Verse 57.
Yeah, and why even of yourselves judge ye not what is right?
There you go. Why you can't judge what's right? Right? All right, so that's the lesson, man. Hypocrisy is to be a godless person, a profane person, a pretender, somebody that act as if they're godly. And man, I got another one, y'all. I got one more. Go to Isaiah 65. Go to Isaiah 65. This is a big time hypocrite right here, and we're gonna close it with this one, man.
65 what?
Isaiah 65. Let me see. I had it wrote down, but I gotta freestyle it down. Isaiah 65. I gotta find it. Isaiah 65. I'm finna find it. Oh. This is a big time hypocrite. Verse 3 and 4. No. We're gonna read 3 through 5. This is a major hypocrite. Go ahead.
A people that provoketh me to anger continually
to my face,
that sacrificed in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. 4. Which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine flesh and broth of the abominable things in their vessels.
In their vessels, that means in their system, they eating unclean things. And what are they saying?
Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than you. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day.
God say it's a smoke in his nose. It irritates him for people to be. You're not even following the law. You're not even eating. You're not even following the dietary law. You eating pig's flesh, swine's flesh in your vessel. You unclean, and you trying to say you holier than thou. You see that? He said that's a smoke in my nose. That irritates me. That's a hypocrite. A godless person, right? A pretender. The dietary laws say don't eat pork, but you eating pork, but then you getting up in the pulpit, or you telling people you getting up in the pulpit trying to preach, and you unclean, bro. You see that? That's a hypocrite. I'm unclean. Didn't it say take the mote out your eye before you get it out of somebody else's eye? All right, hypocrite. All right, so that's the lesson, man. Hypocrite. Hope somebody got some understanding, man. To the next video, I say shalom, peace, and blessings.